Well, hello everybody. It's Bug Eater 64, and here we are at KGSP. So actually, we're going to end up doing a flight from another location. We're going to have to start at KRBD, which is Dallas Executive Airport, also known as Redbird, and we're going to do a flight from there to here at KGSP, so we can get credit both on if everything goes well, on SimBuddy client and also on our FlightJobs client. So we'll see if we can get this dual flight done. So just hang in there and we will get this thing started. See you soon at Redbird Dallas Executive in our PMDG DC-6B. See you soon. All right, so here we are at Dallas Executive in our DC-6B, which is, as most people know by now, this is the passenger variant of the DC-6. And we're going to get things started here real quickly. So let's go here, go to my co-pilot assistant.
Cockpit pre-flight. Completed. Voice recorder. Tested. Flight kit and ship's papers. On board. Fuel and fluids. Checked. Pressurization. Set. Manifold and duct pressure. Checked. Radios. Checked. Doors and hatches. Closed. Door warning lights. Out. Gear pins. Removed. 3 on board. Seat belts and pedals. Adjusted. Throttles. Set to idle. Propellers. Forward and 3. Before start checks complete. Start engines.
All right, very good. So very first thing, before we actually start the engines, I want to get the flight plan set up. So starting at KRBD, and we want to go enter, and KRBD. Okay, that all looks good. And we'll put the approach in. Whoops, clear that. So, flight plan. We will activate that. And we are ready to go. I know, we're aware of that. Okay, so we're in good shape here. So let's go ahead and get engines started. Number 3 is ready to start. Let's get her going. All right. And next, number 4. And start. She's firing up nicely. Very good. And number 2. Excuse me. Alright, number 2. Magneto. Alright, everything looks good. Start there. Number 2 starting up. Everything looking good so far. And last but not least, number 1. Alright, so it looks like we got 4 good engines. And with that, we'll get rid of this tired old fat man looking at you in the screen and stick with our cockpit. And next step, after start checklist.
Start select and boost pumps. Off and off. Battery switch. Plane battery. Generators and inverters. Checked and on. Emergency lights. Armed. Ground power. Removed. After start checks complete.
Very good. Excuse me. Alright, let's take a look at something here. Let's look at the airport map. So we're here near 17. And we're going to have to take off on 13 or 3-1, I would suspect. Because runway 17 looks a little bit short. But with that being said, let's go ahead and look at what ATIS is. 126.35. Oh, going the wrong way, naturally. 35 and 126. Okay, so first thing is the altimeter 2965. Right about there. Okay. And arriving runways is 31 and 35. Okay. Departing 31, 35. Very good. View the map. So we're going to take off on 3-1, so we're going to have a long taxi. So bear with me, folks. We will get you there. All right. And so everything's looking good. Let's go ahead and start our taxi, since we've got a ways to go. Okay, and we'll log in. Start. And we got a good start on the job for FlightJobs. Okay. Yeah, but long taxi. KRBD, Dallas Executive. A lot less traffic to deal with in Dallas-Fort Worth. Alright, let's get ready to slow down here. And get ready to pull over to the old short line. So we can get out on the runway and start our journey. Okay, we'll hold here for a second, do some checks. And the next step before takeoff.
Boost pumps. Boost pumps on low. Fuel selector and crossfeed. Main tanks and crossfeed off. Autopilot and carb heat. Off and cold. Hydraulic system. Down, forward, pressure and quantity checked. Okay. Flaps 20.
Yeah, we'll watch for the flaps to come down. They are coming down.
Flaps set to 20. Windows and turbine. Closed and on. Controls. Gas lock released. Free. Pitot heater. On. Mixture and cowl flaps. Reach unlocked. Set. Transponder. On. Landing lights. Extended and on. Before takeoff checks complete.
All right, very good. So we got that done. Let's go ahead and move out onto the runway. And don't see any traffic coming, so we should be good to go.
Approaching 3, 1.
Okay. With that, let's get us out of here. Dry takeoff. It's not raining today, so
30 inches stabilize. 30 inches stabilize.
See the engine power moving up to 30 inches. Okay, 30 inches. All 4 engines
30
looking good.
inches, stabilized. Cowl flaps. Cowl flaps. Cowl flaps set. Full power, please. Going full power. Full power set.
Brakes released, full power. Airspeed is alive. And rotate.
Monster brake, gear up. Gear selected up. Gear up, lights out.
And climbing nicely. Airspeed's looking good. Let's get the flaps up. Do some trimming.
Flaps up. Flaps going up. Flaps are up. Meter power. Setting meter power, 48 inches, 2600 RPM. Meter power set. Climb power. Setting climb power.
Okay, everything's looking good. Watch our airspeed here.
Climb power set.
Okay, so we'll get on heading here. Leave the Dallas area and head for Greenville, Spartanburg, South Carolina. It's looking okay. Take a quick look at our flight plan here. Let's see. Okay, so let's see if it. Alright, let's double check this. Sometimes I have problems with it going ahead and picking up the GPS. Let's see if it picks it up. Okay, so everything's looking good. Still climbing nicely. Yeah, X-Plane really needs to work on these features that they're showing for contrails and so on. They're too extreme. Yeah, the smoke coming out of the engines, that's for an older airplane like this, that's normal exhaust. That's fine. The heat bloom coming from engines is fine. But all this, the vortices coming off wingtips and that stuff, you know, I've flown in a lot of aircraft over the years, and it's extremely rare that you see something like that, in my experience, unless it's a weather anomaly. You know, conditions sometimes can cause it, but it's just too much. There's a lot of stormy weather on our route, so we'll see if I'm using the stock, real world weather, and we'll see what shows up during the flight. And our cruising altitude is going to be about 12,000 feet. Or some of that may be dictated by the weather. Just a slow climb. My co-pilot's already bored. So this is going to be a fairly long flight, so we'll continue to climb to cruising altitude. And once we get to that, we should be in good shape. Everything's looking good right now. We're a little bit slower because we got a steady speed of about 180 knots for the climb. It's about right now 300 feet a minute. We were at 500, but we've shallowed it out a little bit that way to help maintain our airspeed without pushing the engines too much. She's an old bird and she needs to be a little TLC. So right now we've got an indicated airspeed of 114 knots, ground speed of 131 knots. We're at 8,500 feet climbing. So Let's take a look at something here. That's where we're wrong. Okay, looks like we got things going here. And we're at 8,500 feet. Back under control. Had a little bit of an issue. I had my GTN 750 hooked up instead of the master, and that's why it was causing some issues. Yeah. Alrighty. So, 9,000 feet. Slowly getting to our cruise. Airspeed is excellent. Take another look outside at Our Lady. Let's go ahead and get that back there. So we got about distance 175 miles to the waypoint. So about 50 minutes, 51 minutes. Okay. And I think this is good enough. We'll use this as our cruise altitude. So set us to cruise, sir.
Set cruise power, please. Setting cruise power.
And put on the altitude hold.
Cruise power is set. Cruise checks are complete.
Set our fuel tanks. All right, so here we are at cruise altitude, just over 10,000 feet. Airspeed, everything's looking good. Cruise speed, flight plan is following. So we're good to go. And let's take a look outside. And with that, everything is going according to plan. The plane is flying well. Autopilot is working well. We're on our way to South Carolina, Greenville Spartanburg International. And with that, we will see you once we get to top of descent, start our way into Greenville. And hope you all enjoy the flight, and we'll see you all very, very soon. So long for now. You just thought you might like a little in-flight entertainment while we make our way to South Carolina from Texas. And this is a good streamer friend and fellow simmer who nerd show and tell. And he has probably, in my opinion, one of the very best stream Twitch TV shows going right now. He plays Star Citizen, and so check him out one day. Yeah, I'll put a link for old Nerd Show and Tell down below, and check him out. It's a lot of fun. Great show, and he's always willing to help people looking at getting into Star Citizen, and great community. So check it all out, and we'll get back to you a little bit later. Y'all have fun now.
Wow, right on the sweet spot. The one sweet spot was lined up perfectly right there. Works better with sticks. It's different. I'm still not sold on the new flight model. I will be once they add more components and you can kind of tweak your ships to perform the way you want them to perform. Yeah, your throttle doesn't have a center notch and it's really hard for my ship to do with sweet spot. Just saying. I kind of feel like I know where they're going with it. But we'll see if it gets there. If it doesn't get there, then I'll really not be happy. One thing, JP had, I know like on my Warthog. Actually, let me get it. 1 second. All right. So this is the Warthog here, the side. What I used to do, I mean, even before, like in the old days, love those. So I used to use this throttle. So third. Anyway, on the side here, this button here is a spring button, at least on the Warthog. So it's got one, you can flip it forward or it springs back. There's like a spring to it. It springs back to the center. So what I used to do is this was just forward, full thrust forward, and then stop. And then I would use that trigger to go full reverse. That worked out well for me for a long time. So using a button for full reverse, yeah. So I would just, it was really easy because I could go full throttle, full back for a stop, and then pull that trigger back with my thumb, and I'd be going full reverse thrust. And then I had, the other side of it was there was a hat up there on the throttle that I used for straightening left and right, up and down. The only downside of that is it would be a full reverse. But I used to just like tap it. Max, just do bursts. Use the Warthog red button on the front of the throttle. Yeah, that was always my cruise. Alright, let me play this one. It just attaches to the base of the chair.
Man, we are in some heavy storm right now.
Big metal rod
Look at
with
the rain. My goodness.
And tighten it really tight. Nope. And
Ooh-wee.
all the way up. And there's a mini keyboard on top. And the small.
Look at that
It comes with a
stuff.
tray, but there's not enough room for the extra tray. There's my joysticks right there. Dot coming in 8 months in a row with that sub. Everybody exclamation point love in the chat, please. Exclamation point love in the chat.
My goodness. And we are now just getting ready to cross Highway Interstate 95 between Jackson, Mississippi and Memphis, Tennessee. On our way to South Carolina. So everything's going along just fine, except we got this horrible storm weather that we're dealing with. Just ugly. Can't see diddly squat. But we can hear the thunder. There's some lightning. See if we can catch any outside. Big old thunderstorms. Now there's some cloud cover when we get to Greenville, Spartanburg, but not supposed to be any storms right now. But ooh, that was a good spark of lightning. My goodness. Well, and we come out of it just about as fast as we go into it. Like I said, this is a storm that is coming eastward towards South Carolina, but everything goes well. We won't have to deal with it too much more in the air. We'll just keep our fingers crossed and see what happens. We'll catch y'all soon. We're still flying along. Hope you're enjoying the flight. Hope you like that little bit of in-flight entertainment too. Nerd Show and Tell, excellent streamer, good friend. Okay, 46 miles to our next waypoint, and then that turns us straight into GSP heading. And once we get close enough, we should get our Altus info, our ATIS. Oh yeah, we're doing fine today. ATIS information, so we know which runway. I'm guessing it's probably runway 4, but with the storms coming in, there may be some changes, so we'll just have to wait and see. But like I said, the flight has been very uneventful. Lots of thunderstorms we've had to deal with. But we're going along fine. We've got 43 miles till the cloud waypoint, and from there it's straight into GSP. So, please continue to enjoy your flight. Okay, well, we've got 93 miles to Greenville, Spartanburg. So let's go ahead and get ready to start our descent. Take off altitude hold.
26 inches, please. Setting 26 inches. Inches set. Descent checklist, please. Altimeters and flight instruments cross-checked. Seatbelt signs on. On. Engine blowers low. Low. Descent checks are complete.
Very good. So we'll start our descent. And we got our ATIS. Altimeter is at 3004, and I think I've got it set at 3001. And that's Lake Hartwell City right there. Alright. So we're on our way. We're doing fine. Let's go ahead and set our altimeter to 3004. Okay. And arriving runway, departing runway is runway 04. So we've got that. So with that being said, let's take a look here. And that's 04. Okay, and with that, let's see. Let's look at procedures. Select approach. ILS 04. Oxybee, Maldi, and 04. So load that. Alright. So we got 27 miles to there. We're at 5,000 feet. So everything's looking okay. Okay. About 11 minutes before we start the approach. This is where the fun begins. We start to find out if I can land this thing without scratching the paint. Okay, 16 miles to go. It's getting late in the afternoon. It's about 10 minutes after 8 p.m. So some of the city lights are starting to come on. Sun's starting to set. That way off in the distance could be Greenville, Spartanburg International. Then again, maybe not. It's right there over to our left. There's two different airports. One of them I'm sure is Greenville Municipal. I'm not sure what the other one is. Turn left at 039 and 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Initiate turn. Ooh, look at the lag. My goodness, that's not good. Well, I know we're supposed to land on runway 4, but at this angle, that airport out in front of us, we could make a straight in approach. Five miles. And this very well may be a straight in approach. Okay. Let's go ahead. I'd say we are in range.
Cooling turbine. Normal. Fuel tank selectors. Mains on, crossfeed off. Fuel booster pumps. On low. Hydraulic bypass valve. Down. No smoking signs. On. In-range checks complete.
Very good. Okay.
Flaps 20. Setting flaps 20. Flaps set. Mixtures rich, please. Auto rich. Mixtures set. Gear up and down, please. Gear up and down.
I have the airplane.
Gear down and locked. 3 greens. Props. 2400 RPM.
Landing lights on. On the glide slope.
Approaching 04.
A little bit low. On glide slope.
2400 RPM set. Cow flaps. Plus 3 degrees. Cow flaps set. ADI. ADI off. ADI is off. Landing lights. Speed good. Extending lights. Lights extended and on. Carbeat. Carbeat cold. Before landing checks complete.
Very good. Not my best landing, but we got credit for it from FlightJobs. All right, so next one, after landing. Actually, that felt like a pretty good landing, but said it was acceptable. Minus 324 feet a minute. But sure didn't feel that hard. Alright. Go on down here to the terminal. Get parked, and then we'll look at the landing a second time. Beautiful sunset, South Carolina. Okay. With that, let's put our little girl to bed. Let's park this
Parking
bad
brake
boy.
is set. Cut entrance.
Alrighty. Very good. So welcome.
Parking checks complete. Airplane secured.
Excellent. Thank you much. So, let's take a look at that landing. All right, everybody, welcome to Greenville Spartanburg International Airport and South Carolina. The flight is complete. Everything went extremely well, minus the SimBuddy client issue, which again may have been my fault. I'm not sure, but anyway, we didn't get credit for that. We did get credit for the FlightJobs flight, so that's good. Still made a little bit of money for the company, Solus Wings. And so we got the bird to bed. She's sitting here. She worked exactly the way she was supposed to. Flew extremely well through thunderstorm and everything. And we have a friendly helicopter just stopping by to see how we are. Here, just for this, I will show you him. There he is, flying around. He always likes to check out my airplanes no matter where I go. Anyway, I certainly hope you all enjoyed the flight. I sure had fun bringing it to you. I know it was a long flight, and we're going to have fun editing this one. But if you did like the flight, please click the like button. If you didn't like it, click the don't like button. And if you'd like to be notified when I do have more content on the YouTube, go ahead and click that little notification bell next to the subscribe button. Always glad to be here. Always glad to have you here. And feel free to leave any messages you want, especially, things you tell me whether you liked it or not, and things you think I can do to make this more enjoyable for the viewer. So, with that being said, this is Bug Eater 64, and until next time, y'all have a great week, and by all means, as always, fly safe.